Back here in the U.S., want to take you out west for a live look at some of the top officials joining the mayor of Los Angeles at a news conference. With all eyes on that city right now, the mayor, Karen Bass, in just the last couple of minutes, says a curfew that is limited to the downtown area, a small portion of it, is staying in place. That is after, unrelated to, but certainly after something else that happened in L.A. late this afternoon. And that is a surprising, perhaps, show of force with a sitting Democratic senator forcibly pushed out of a DHS news conference. We're talking about Senator Alex Padilla. Okay, he's the California senator. I want you to watch what he says and does here. Look at this.
I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the secretary.
Hands behind your back.
Okay, so you heard him say that there as he was apparently set to ask or wanted to ask Secretary Kristi Noem a question. In this video, here's what happens next. This is from his office, this video. You have FBI agents crowding around him. They push him to the floor. They put him in handcuffs while he laid there. Remember, you heard him say his name in that video we just played, but in a statement, DHS says security thought he was an attacker. They apparently could not identify him or did not. He wasn't wearing his pin, they say. Again, this is California's senator. And already tonight, this has set off a firestorm. A confrontation on Capitol Hill, some Democrats calling it a stunning abuse of power by the Trump administration. You can see some Democrats marching to the Senate Majority Leader's office in just the last hour or so. And Senator Padilla himself talking about this afterwards, getting nearly emotional. Watch this.
If this is how the Department of Homeland Security responds to a senator with a question, you can only imagine what they're doing to farm workers, to cooks, to day laborers.
All of it, spotlighting the Trump administration's immigration policies and the protests against them, as there seems to be a degree, perhaps, of cognitive dissonance emerging today, with President Trump, on the one hand, suggesting there should be some exceptions to his mass deportation push, exceptions for farm workers, for hotel workers. And on the other hand, his administration ending a program that some 500,000 migrants are allowed to stay here legally for 2 years for humanitarian reasons. We've got team coverage tonight. Gabe Gutierrez is standing by at the White House, but I want to start with Steve Patterson, who is live for us in Los Angeles. And let's start with the senator here, because we just heard the L.A. mayor slam the Trump administration over this whole thing that has reverberated very quickly from L.A. here to Washington.
Yeah, it has, Hallie. And one of the, obviously, assertions from Noem and now the FBI and certainly the security detail that was in the room is that they couldn't recognize the senator from California. So one of the things that we first heard in that press conference from Mayor Bass is, how in the world was there no lookbook? How was there no recognition of one of two sitting senators in the state of California? How did you not know it was him, even though, yeah, he wasn't wearing that pin? You heard him identify himself on camera as he was being handcuffed and put on the ground. Meanwhile, as you mentioned, setting off that firestorm, it sort of reverberated into the crowd here. Peaceful crowd so far. A lot of chanting, a lot of singing, a lot different than we saw, of course, over the weekend, in a sort of gathering point that has been really daily, every day in front of the federal sort of administrative buildings that are here. But obviously, the mayor incensed, the governor of California incensed about this as well as several other politicians throughout the state of California. Remember, this is not just happening in this one square block of Los Angeles. This is the entire state, and that sort of sense of fear really permeating throughout the state as more people start to see some of the raids that are taking place in other parts of the state as well, Hallie.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.